Worry lines can run deep. With increasing commodity prices, higher price volatility, and rising input costs, America's farmers rely on crop insurance to protect their crops and livestock. Crop insurance, providing peace of mind now and for the next generation of agriculture.
Congressman, welcome.
Thank you.
What led you to run for the United States Congress?
I think I've had a unique set of experiences and background. I'd been the district director for my predecessor, Peter Hoekstra. I spent 6 years working for him, and literally my job was to be his eyes and ears in and around the district. I'm a small business owner. I've been in real estate and developing. My family is tied to construction. I've got a ready-mix concrete company that my dad and uncle started. My cousins now run that, and I own our sand and gravel business. So I think kind of having this one foot firmly in the public policy realm and another foot in that private business realm really gave me a unique perspective. So what was my motivator?
Yes.
Now, those are experiences, but what's my motivator? My motivator is my 5 kids, quite honestly. Very concerned about the spending and sort of the nature of the direction of our country. And I knew I needed to step in. I knew I needed to at least try to run so that I wasn't waking up and kicking myself. And I needed to be able to look at my kids in the eye and say, hey, you know what, Daddy tried. Dad tried to turn this around.
How did being a district director for your predecessor help you in the campaign?
Oh, invaluable experiences that I had had over the years. Just knowing the issues, knowing the more rural parts in the northern part of the district, what their needs are. I'd served on the Michigan Rural Health Association Board of Directors as well, and that gave me some great experiences. So whether it was the business needs in agriculture, there's a big difference between stone fruits and soft fruits and cash crops and all those things. And having a background in that, and there's a lot of specialty crops in the district, everything from pickles and blueberries all the way up to stone fruits and those kinds of things. It just gave me a depth of knowledge, and so I was able to go into a community. It wasn't my first time in the community. I knew people there. I knew the city manager, or I knew the mayor, or knew the business leaders, and had a real feel for what their concerns were.
Tell us about your district. As you mentioned, you have some specialty crop production and a couple of big towns, but a lot of rural areas as well.
Yeah, it's very unique. I think it's probably one of the most diverse districts in the entire country, frankly. It's about 250 miles of Lake Michigan shoreline, which is just beautiful stuff. Come visit. We need you to come visit. But it's a manufacturing center. We have a tremendous number of Tier 1, Tier 2 automotive suppliers. 2 of the 3 largest office furniture makers, Herman Miller and Hayworth, are in the district. I'm potentially getting the 3rd one in there, Steelcase. So it's got a heavy manufacturing base, but as you were pointing out, lots of ag processing. There's a turkey processing plant, Zeeland Farm Services, Zeeland Farm Soya, largest soybean processing in Michigan is right in my hometown. They do a tremendous amount of exporting. All the specialty crops, like I said, pickles to blueberries to cherries and peaches and apples. Asparagus, we're the largest producer of asparagus in the country. And then the third thing is tourism. Having that much lakefront, we've got a lot of tourism that happens out of Chicago and Indianapolis and Detroit. So it's recreational, it's manufacturing, and then agriculture. So we kind of cover the big 3.
And what's the condition of the economy in your district, given that diversification which you just spoke of?
Frankly, we've fared a little better than most in Michigan, but you got to understand, Michigan, the national unemployment rate is about 4 points lower than where Michigan is, and we've been even much higher. Because a lot of the automotive industry that has occurred. But there's so many ripple effects to that, especially in tourism and in the other parts of manufacturing. One area where we're seeing a resurgence is in agriculture, which has been very helpful. That's been great in some of those more rural areas. But you have a disproportionate amount of jobs in those rural areas that if there's one manufacturer, suddenly they lose a significant amount of business, and you will have large layoffs. And so it's been a struggle, but we're very innovative, very entrepreneurial in the area, and that's one of the reasons why, frankly, I think we've fared better than most.